This month, we get to celebrate Easter. It is to celebrate the generosity of God in sending his son through his life, his death, his burial, and most excitedly, his resurrection. He became a conqueror of sin and death. And the Bible says he ever lives to make intercession for you and me. And what a joy it is to share that new life to women and girls in She is Safe programs. You know, when women and girls first come to our programs, we ask them to describe what life is like for them with just one word, or for the women and girls in their community. They use words like hopeless or helpless or ashamed, as they are living in degradation and this constant fear that they could be sold into a brothel or to some other thing not of their choosing. Well, one of the women who joined one of our groups, her name is Nasira, we call her Nasira, and in these groups, there are 12 to 20 women or teens. They come together every week with someone that we have helped to train to be able to be the facilitator there. And they're there for learning in all kinds of areas and lending, and then able to earn from there. And so in a pretty short amount of time, these women and girls begin to change how they describe themselves. They gain a whole new identity. And that certainly happened for Nasira, who was able to earn an income and have something she felt was a surplus and abundance and get her kids to school. It's pretty exciting to watch this transformation happens. And that's what we call these groups, transformation groups, because it helps to dramatically change a person holistically in every single area of their life. Well, Nasira began to think of herself quite differently. She is now an agent of blessing. Recently, when there was flooding in her community, Nasira knew exactly what she was to do. She literally lives on higher ground. The waters in other people's homes were up to 3 feet deep, infested with leeches and snakes. It just sounds like a nightmare. But she opened her home and invited families to come in and dry shelter and stay there while the waters receded. She made sure that she had plenty of food for all of them. That was God's blessing to her, she says, to be able to bless other people. What a beautiful example she is of resurrection life, blessing a person and her family that can't stop with her. She had to let it go to other people in her community. And she's an example to us as we think of the generosity of God, the new life that he's provided to us. We might ask ourselves, how shall we invest in women and girls like Nasira, who can change everything in their homes and in their communities? Please consider praying for Nasira and others like her and joining in and see if you could help to transform the life of just one more.